Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match preview for the Sevilla game, and yeah, the Champions League is starting, so make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and let's jump into it. So I'm going to say it straight away, not going to put it off. Julian Alvarez needs to start this game. There's no ifs, buts, maybes, what ifs. Julian Alvarez needs to start this game, and for me it'd be an absolute crime if Pep doesn't start from the beginning. You look at the Villa game over the weekend, we drew 1-1. We were poor throughout. We were lethargic. We were slow. We didn't really create much. No one was really clicking. The movement as well. You know, no one really looking for the pass. It was pretty poor all around. And, you know, you could have taken any 11 off. It was like the Crystal Palace game at home. You could have took any 11 players off at halftime. And, yeah, I thought it was pretty poor. But Pep, you know, he didn't really change things much. He brought on Mahrez in the second half. He brought Mahrez on for Bernardo. And he did nothing. And then when Villa scored and it went 1-1, he brings on Ake. Instead of making offensive changes to try and win the game, he brought on Ake. And he seemed content with the 1-1 draw. I think he knew we weren't doing anything. We weren't creating anything. Just get out of that game with minimal loss and move on. And it was disappointing to see, to be honest. It really was. It was really poor. But going into this one, Sevilla away in the Champions League. Look, they've not won this season. They've played 4 games. They've lost 3, drew 1. They just got beat by Barcelona 3-0 at home. So we should be going into this game expecting to win. We should be going into this game wanting to win, and we should go into this game expecting nothing less than a win. And that's what I want to see. You want to start the Champions League group stage off with a win. You don't want to be chasing for the next 5 games. You want to be ahead for 5 games. And look, this, you know, I don't think going away in any competition, you know, even in the, well, particularly the Champions League, is easy. But look at the teams, look at their start to the season, look at ours. We're unbeaten. They've not won. We should be winning this game. But Pep can't play the same 11 he did against Villa. I don't want to see that happen. You know, I want to see changes made. And yeah, so going into it, I mean, Ederson, you'd expect him to start. But at some point, we're going to have to talk about him because he lets in far too many shots. Yeah, I get that we're exposed when we're attacking so much and we're left with like just Diaz and Stones, and then Ederson, you might one-on-ones he sees. You know, he is exposed a lot. I'm not going to blame him for the Villa goal because it was hit with such like force, you know, went past him in a flash. But at some point we're gonna have to talk about him in the season, I think. But that back 4, I say it over and over again. I said it during the Forest game, even though we won 6-0. I said it during Palace after we went ahead. I just don't trust them. I just don't trust that back 4. And I don't see how Pep can start with Walker in this game. I think Walker's had a shocking start to the season. I don't think it's all on him though. I mean, Walker's a fullback. He's a fullback. He's a 32-year-old fullback. It's what he's done his whole life. But Pep's pushing him into the middle with Cancelo, so they're playing pretty much centre mid. But Cancelo's got a bit more passing in him. He's got the shot in him, you know, and he likes to run with the ball and take on players. Walker can't do any of that. Walker doesn't do any of that. Walker uses his pace and he defends. Sometimes he defends. But Walker's not a creative player. He's not going to get forward. He's not going to pass with the outside of his foot. You know, he's going to feed through balls. He's tried it on a few occasions this season and he's lost the ball so many times. The amount of times he's turned it over. And when Walker turns it over in midfield, he leaves Diaz and Stones exposed so much because he's out of position, because he's the one that's giving the ball away up in their half. And then all of a sudden, we're being attacked with pace. And against good teams, we're going to get absolutely destroyed for that. So I don't think Pep can play Walker in this position. I don't think he should. For me, he needs to bring Gomez in. He needs to bring Gomez in on the left, who can do that, and he needs to move Cancelo to the right. And for me, you got a left footer on the left, right footer on the right, and they can both create, they can both get forward, they both can shoot. You know, yeah, okay, we'd lose a bit of pace, but when Walker's so far up the pitch when he's losing possession, what good is his pace? So, I mean, for me, that's what needs to happen. It's centre half. Look, Diaz and Stones are doing a good job. I thought Stones was one of our best players against Forest. I thought Diaz and Stones would probably have better players against Villa. But Ake, I think he's had a great start to the season. He got injured, which is unfortunate, against Newcastle, but I think he's been great. So would I complain if he came in? No, I wouldn't. But midfield, again, Pep needs to bring the change. Playing Gundogan and De Bruyne for me is not quite working. Against lesser teams at home, like Forest, you know, and Bournemouth, yeah, you're going to have a great time because you've got so much possession. Neither of them really get back to defend that much, and they both push forward and like to play in the final third. When you're playing away from home, like we saw against Newcastle, like we saw against Villa, we can get done when we play Gundogan and De Bruyne together. I don't think we can do it. But again, Pep's kind of sticking with it, and I'd be surprised if he does that this game. But then again, I really wouldn't be surprised. But for me, them two they're for the lesser teams. You can play those two players against at home, not away, when we're going to get hit on the break so much. No. For me, you need to drop Bernardo back into that role, or Foden next to De Bruyne or Gundogan, for one of the two. Because I don't think Gundogan or De Bruyne in particular have had a great start to the season. They're both playing okay, but nothing spectacular. Right wing, left wing. I think Bernardo's had a good start there. I thought he was poor against Villa, but I think that's the only game he's been poor in for me. I think he's had a good start to the season. He was just not great that game. And I think Luca Dean had his number all game, to be honest. I thought he defended really well, that Villa left back. Did a really good job, and Bernardo got nothing. And then on the left wing, Foden, he's not started the season great. I really like seeing him there. I think that's his best position. I think long term he's going to move in for the Bernardo role, like next to De Bruyne or Gundogan. But left wing is usually his best position. But this season, again, started slow like a few of the other players. And I think you need to bring Alvarez on. I really do think Alvarez needs to start here. Would you play him on the left? Would I play him on the right? I'd just give him the same job he had against Forest, which is just roaming around the place, picking up the ball, running with it, you know, linking up play a lot. Bring him on. Maybe drop Foden a little bit deeper. Play Alvarez a little bit further forward. And of course, you start Haaland up front, because even though you can probably rest him in this game, I don't think he's going to want to be rested. He's going to want to banging goals. And like I said, you want to start the Champions League off with a win. You want to start off your season well. And that's it. That's where I go with the starting 11. And look, like I said, Sevilla have lost 3 of the opening 4 games, and they drew the other 1-1 at home. So they can get beat here, Sevilla. They're not a great team. We should be coming through. We should be coming through with 3 points. And I'd expect us to score 3 or 4 goals at least. And would I expect a clean sheet? Look, I never expect a clean sheet against anyone, because like I said, I just don't trust the defense. And you know, there we are. That's our match preview for the Champions League game. And I will be doing a live watch along for it, so make sure to join us for that. It's on Tuesday at 8 PM. You can see the details that way. So yeah, make sure to join me for that. Set a reminder. I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully we get the 3 points. But let me know in the comments who you would start. Let me know in the comments who you would take out. And yeah. Oh, and before I go, at some point, so we're gonna have to talk about Pep and 5 subs, because he really doesn't like making substitutions. But yeah, I'll leave that for another video. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and thanks for joining. And make sure to join me on Twitter, this side below. And yeah, get ready for the watch along. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.